All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, gonna say Kol Layim La Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Ha Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well, as well as honors to you, brothers out there in the various GMS camps as well as affiliate camps, the sincere of you, and all of the above that are really, pushing out the work, really going out there, growing in the spirit, So, this is naturalnews.com. Online banking services are being disrupted across the United States. With various conflicts going on across the globe, should you also be worried about the issues affecting United States banks? According to reports, several banks in America have been shutting down hundreds of branches and laying off thousands of workers. Yep. And these are things that have been going down, as of recent. I think one bank, laid off a bunch of people just because they found AI. Maybe I'm confusing it with Google, but the fact of the matter is, like it talks about in Isaiah, the 19th chapter, there should be no work that the head, brush, or tail shall do. So higher level guys, lower level guys are losing their work. And they're given the boot. All right. And, part of that is the AI takeover, but that's really, really going to happen when, all hell breaks loose, martial law, things like that, start popping off, which we know is coming, that whole Ordo ad Chaos, while that's all going down, then they're going to push out, that MOTB, say, hey, if you want to get the food, you want to be happy, you want to go back to normal, you got to take this, which is what, psychologically, they were prepping the people with, the Windows 19, stabby, with that thing, so that, they prep the people for it. Right, it's going to be another scenario like that, which you're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be with martial law and things like that. And then, the rest of the prophecy is going to come out. So United States banks affected by glitches. Glitches are affecting the banking system, right? One such glitch resulted in paychecks not being deposited at many banks recently, right? And you guys should know what a glitch is, like when the system isn't working together, if the system is like all fucked up and it's just like something's not working right, then, you get glitches, or an error, I don't know how all the programming is done within financial, within the financial industry. I don't really understand how that goes, but I'm certain it's probably the same thing as, other pieces of code, this X received money, okay, then, shut down service, and things like that. All that stuff is just logic and thinking, and just kind of like making stuff within the program to like handle logic and whatever. I'm no expert. Customers at major U.S. banks such as Bank of America and Wells Fargo have complained about delays with direct deposit on November 7th, and I believe, if I'm correct, I did cover that, but that happened, you brothers out there, you should be following the news yourself, don't always wait and try to look for someone else to go do it, go into the news yourself. Many times I see brothers post a certain thing, and you know what I'll do? I'll go research it for myself and make sure that, okay, is this what this brother's saying is true? Is that true? Is this for real? And just double check things. Very important to double check things. That's how you're going to grow. You got to be inquisitive. Many contacted their banks, right? And that's 2 Timothy's, 2:14, be working in that need not to be shamed, study to show thyself approved. Right, so, yeah, and part of being study showing yourself approved is you have to know current events. You have to know the past, but you also have to know what's going on around you, Don't just shut all that stuff off. You should know everything. Have your eyes on everything, and it's not challenging to do that nowadays. You just go on BitChute. If you sub some good news channels on BitChute, and then you go on Odyssey and you sub some guys on Odyssey, and you get a Rumble, and you just kind of alternate between those three. Personally, I stick to BitChute, but if you just do that, you'll be up to date on a lot of things. And then maybe what I personally do, I like to use RT, and then I like to also go on CNN World News. For no exact reason why I use CNN, I just looked up World News and CNN was just the first link. So you want to get the world news and things like that from the news industries, and then you also want to look at the alternative news guys as well. That's just my tip. Well, Bank of America. Let's see how long we're okay. Well, let's read on a little bit more here. Bank of America, Wells Fargo both referred questions to the Clearinghouse, a payments company that operates the only private sector automated clearinghouse system in the country. The Federal Reserve claimed that the problem was because of a cybersecurity issue, and that it hadn't been resolved, even though the clearinghouse promised that things would be resolved. Their promise could be hiding a threat that was undisclosed to account holders, so they don't know. In an email, the clearinghouse spokesperson Greg McSweeney announced that many of the delayed payments have already been posted, and that the company continues to cooperate with financial institutions to make sure that the remaining transactions are processed properly. All right, so they're having problems with the banks. All right, and while all this stuff is going on, we're at the EU, they're moving towards that digital ID thing, right? And I think, man, it was the UK that I heard about their running out of ATMs, so they're getting rid of ATMs. I think it might have been the UK where they were just getting rid of ATMs. Why do you think they're doing all that, right? To usher in, that Revelation 13, 16 on down, the MOTB, all right? However, an industry source revealed that it wasn't that was possible. Some customers still haven't received the deposit yet. The source added that banks can't do anything but wait for the originating bank to resend payment files. Additionally, online banking services are being disrupted throughout the country on a massive scale. Data reveals that major U.S. banks also experienced unusual outages early in November, right? So are they testing something? Are they testing something? Because that's very possible what they're doing. Like you read in Second Esdras, I think this one's in 15 or 16. I might be mistaken, but victuals so good cheap upon earth, then evil shall multiply, famine, death, all that, and that's what's going on right now. You can still victuals aren't exactly cheap right now, right? Like gas isn't cheap and things like that. Prices are still high, interest rates are high, and the rest of the article kind of talks about that. There's just like a credit crunch going on, and small businesses are getting fucked over, which small businesses have been getting fucked over ever since the pandemic. A lot of these guys were shut down and things like that. And what's really just interesting about all that is just like, if you think about it, there's just abundance. When I look at like Google Maps and things like that, there's just an abundance of camp spots. Like, because all these places are closing down and shutting down, there's just so many camp spots, that I've seen that I was able to like glean out. And I was like, that place might be all right, but I kind of forgot about where those ones were. I just kind of, got my two, the ones that I found. I thought, all right, these are pretty good, but it's deeper than just looking at a camp spot, because you have to like go there in person and make sure it's like not a homeless camp or something, and you have homeless over there, or you go there, you find out it's like actually kind of sketch. Then it's like, oh, okay, how about no? How about no? Because your safety is priority. You have to teach, but you also have to be safe and be wise, right? So, for example, while Chase was experiencing outages, Citibank was also affected by spiking outages. The same thing happened to Bank of America and Wells Fargo. So what are causing these spikes in banking outages? Could they be linked to cyber attacks? Bank account holders can only hope that things eventually settle down, that these glitches and outages subside, right? So they said, are they testing something? All right, so the scripture says, watch and pray ye therefore. We're supposed to watch and pray out here, and we'll only see, is this something that they're going to pull out during during Jacob's trouble. And that's the time. It's not gonna be like any other time that's ever been. So it's gonna be rough out here, man. It's gonna be rough. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to pull some news, do a news video, because I haven't done a news video in a very long time. It's been, going through Isaiah and things like that. So Lil Wayne edified, and that's it.